Hello again everyone, Larry here, and as you can see I've got my Dark Ritual playmat out, which means it's time for another review video. So recently I ordered a thing of Ultra Sleeves. So I basically ordered these because I saw the professor's video, and I thought, these look pretty cool, there's probably some I could probably use. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be showing off today. So I ordered like 11 of these, so I'll just show you, the ones I, were kind of excited to get first, and then we'll get to the rest later. So yeah, of all the ones I was excited to get was one for this card, Tidings. Now this is one of the first cards I ever bought. That's around when I started back in 2009, 2008-ish. Based around the time, of course, that 2010 came out. So yeah, can you guess what this card does? Well, let's see here. We've got, a bottle of what looks like, Jones soda, preferably the, blue bubblegum, which actually I do have the ball of bubblegum soda here. And something interesting to know, this is a little bit of time, but anyways, back in 2009, then Wizards of the Coast actually did a sort of side promotion with Jones Soda, where they had like the 5 planeswalkers, Elspeth, Jace, Liliana, Chandra, and Garrick on the ball sleeve. So like for example, then Elspeth was on the cream soda, Jace was on blue bubblegum soda, Liliana was on the root beer, and Chandra was on, I can't remember what the red ones usually, but yeah, like something like probably raspberry or strawberry or cherry flavor. I don't remember. I don't usually buy that one. And then of course Garrick was on the granny green apple or sour apple, whatever it's called, the apple one. So yeah, actually, looking at this kind of making me thirsty. Let's see what's on the bottle cap, because usually these Jones sodas they have little messages on the cap. So yeah. Let's see what you say, bottle cap. Your underwear is showing. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, actually it says learn a new language. Well, yeah, but the thing is it kind of takes a bit of time. Anyways, back to Tidings, then so you probably wouldn't guess it from just by looking at it. You probably have to look up the gallery, and I think this is basically an alternate art card. The other one has like a layer and a candle and stuff like that. But basically, what Tidings says, of course, is this a sorcery and it lets you draw 4 cards from your deck. Well, the thing is with that is that usually when you're playing Magic, then your deck is basically referred to as your library, but at the same time, it's like most trading card games they tend to use the word deck, when describing your pile of cards that you choose to play with. So anyways, enough about that. So I mean, like that was one of the cards I was excited to get. So that one was by I actually have a list of artists that did these. So Tidings, that was done by an artist called Elsiz, Elsiz, or sorry, no hun. Sorry, my mistake there. No, Tidings. This one was done by Real Foid Art. I think I'm saying it right. RIEL. Oh boy, I'm already making mistakes. We're not even like 4 minutes into the video. Actually, we're 3.5 minutes. So, okay, sorry. I'll show you the one that Elsa's actually did. Sorry, just to make up for the mistake. Now, of course, these Ultra Sleeves aren't necessarily too perfect like it. So yeah, here's the Force of Negation by Elsa's. I'm sorry I messed that up earlier. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, it's pretty funny. I mean, like you'll find some pretty funny ultras on the site. So I mean, like this one's Force of Negation. The only problem is that you can see here there's like a little bit of orange, red, yellow, white-ish that sort of thing. It's supposed to be part of the flame, but that's not because of the Ultra sleeve. Show you what it looks like on the sleeve. So basically, because of the fact the way that the card has been cut, that's the main reason why we're getting that effect. So I mean, if anything, it's not the Ultra's fault. I mean, like the design and stuff like that. It's not Ultra's fault. It's just because of the fact I've got a card that's a bit off center. In fact, I've actually got one that's even worse than that, and it's a Aether Vial from Modern Masters. I mean, like a lot of the cards from Modern Masters, they were kind of miscut and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, Force of Negation. That's a really good good one by Elsa's. Yeah, so another thing too with Ultra Sleeves is like I ordered like $66 worth, so that's like 11 sleeves. So I got some human tokens for free, but I'll show you those afterwards. So yeah, I got sleeves by all kinds of different altruists. So the next ones I'll show off are the ones by an altruist called I named Dominride Neuromancer. So I got Sapphire Medallion, Mox Amber, and Command Tower. Now there's two different variations of I think there's just two, but it's two different variations of Sapphire Medallion. There's one that has this like sort of weird spiral effect, and of course the Command Tower, which is based off like the Major Arcana Tarot. It's a little bit more on that layer. So not all these sleeves are like super smooth. In fact, compared to something like board 5 sleeves where it looks like it's just been screen printed, these ones actually have a little bit of texture on them. I don't know, I can't really show it on camera. Yeah, this actually feels pretty smooth and stuff like that, like sort of a embossed effect, that sort of idea. Yeah, these are just really cool sleeves and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, definitely may get some of these, if you like, altars and stuff like that. So yeah. Again, I just want to confirm that, this is a real copy of Command Tower. In fact, I used the 2015 version from Commander. Okay, so I'll put those aside. So yeah, Darn Neuromancer, pretty good altars as well. Check her out. Okay, and yeah, now I've got another one of the humorous altars. Now this one was by Dynasty, and of course, the good thing about this one is of course they got their altar name there. Ultra's name there at the bottom. So yeah, this one's pretty funny. I'm gonna have a lot of people probably laughing or giggling at the Commander table, because of course turn Soul Ring into an Onion Ring. Yeah. And that's how you get these sold with a good sense of humor and stuff. So this one is by Ludo MTG Altar, and we've got a tool list. For the price I paid for the card itself, it's like about $100, and yeah, I wanted to get like a good altar sleeve, so I thought, I'll grab this one. It just looks pretty good. It has like a sort of a greenish tint. I can't really pick it up on camera, but yeah, and of course the blue really complements the gray stuff. Yeah, and looks like it's well centered too, as far as like the hollow foil stamp. Okay, now this one, a lot of Commander players will probably like this one. So we've got an Ursa Lorehai Artificer. Now, of course, you remember the stained glass style planeswalkers from War of the Spark, right? Well, someone decided to make an ultra sleeve of it, and that somebody is Targa Altars. Targa Altars does very good work, so we got that one, and he also did this version of Steam Vince, which again is kind of hard to pick up on camera just by this angle, but yeah, you can tell like this part is the altar, and yeah, I mean like it just sort of wraps around the card, and it just looks awesome. Like once you get into a sleeve, like some of these I took all mouse sleeves or I didn't put them in sleeves. But yeah, you can't really tell the difference that well when you have like a sleeve. The ones I use, of course, are like Ultra Pro like the Chroma Fusion Tech ones, like the Guild sleeves and the Karn sleeves and stuff like that. Yeah. And then finally we've got like Terror of the Peaks, which again you can kind of tell where it's kind of sticking out a little bit. And that's the thing about these, the frame kind of sticks out a little bit more. I mean, so it's not really a perfect altar. I mean, it's good, but it's just that like you can tell the sleeve and the card apart easily. So yeah, So White Crow Archon, he did Terror of the Peaks. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, you can sort of tell, of course, like again, where it's a sleeve and where it's actually part of the card. But yeah, now the last one is a little bit I was kind of worried about it at first, but then of course once I put it on, then it worked. It was okay. So I've got a full stamp version of Niv Mizzet Perrin. I thought the sleeve, the border would probably end up covering the little spark symbol, but this turned out okay and stuff like that. Again, I mean, the way it's printed, I mean, like it's probably raised ink. I mean, here I'll get a board 5 sleeve out for comparison. So I think the way that these are done is like they're kind of like because they're printed on and stuff like that, it's kind of obvious, but like, it's kind of like raised ink or something like that. I don't know that these are kind of different print, but anyways, like compared to like a board sleeve where it looks like it's been screen printed and stuff like that. So yeah, but I mean, like the texture does kind of make up for it. Like you can feel this and stuff. You can feel the ink, which is pretty cool, I think. And then lastly, of course, they sent me some human tokens, which which kind of like to act like sort of inserts, like put the sleeve on there and stuff like that, and it kind of protects the card. Other than that, then they use like a lot of tissue paper and stuff like that. I got a bunch of these and stuff. So yeah, and of course I'll just show the packaging, even though you've probably seen the packaging before if you've seen like any of the altered sleeves videos on YouTube. Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool packaging. You open up and you see this, all the different kinds of alters that artists have done. So yeah, so that does it for this one. I'll probably leave like a link to the Ultra Sleeves website in the description below. Check it out. So and yeah, I'll probably end up buying more sleeves. I mean, like yeah, so if I do another Ultra Sleeves video, then subscribe and like I'll just keep checking back to this video, and if that's the case, I might do another Ultra Sleeves video. I don't know. Yeah, and the secret layer scrolls video probably up as soon as I get the layer in. So until then, have a good one.